I don't know. What
Either
did you
or.
What did you think about the girl who's losing her uterus?
She was cool.
She
liked her
was
a lot.
cool. Should I have tried to fuck her?
I mean, yeah, like you said, that would be kind of a shitty thing to do.
It seemed like she kind of wanted to fuck. Almost in like, I'm losing my uterus tomorrow, so let me get one more in while my uterus is inside. I bet she'll fuck someone tonight.
Yeah.
But I just felt like,
Either that or she'll just masturbate or something.
well, if she can't, but someone will fuck her. She was cute enough.
Yeah.
I just felt like you shouldn't fuck people who are drunk and sad.
True. But what if that's all they need is a good fucking?
Well, I don't know, let me know when you're not drunk and sad that you're okay with me having sex with you when you're drunk and sad. And then, maybe.
Yeah.
But I had only just met her, and she was drunk and sad and losing her uterus, so I didn't think that it was the right time to be a Chad, so to speak.
Yeah. Chad.
That's my alternative name. People call me Dylan, and people call me Chad.
Not gonna lie, the ambience is nice. Just like the traffic.
Yeah, right?
I mean, yeah, it might suck if if a douchebag with a siren came by.
Sometimes a dude plays saxophone around
shit.
here.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
He plays at KP and on the bridge a lot too.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I guess on a slow night, he'll come by here and play over at like
Is that the dinosaur from Barney?
the
green one.
No, that's from. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I was gonna say that's from Chuck E. Cheese, but I think it is Barney actually.
Whatever her name is, I forget.
Yeah, that was like something someone made of them. I have Barney's hand here somewhere.
So
I had one of Barney as well, but it broke. You can't walk, the recorder's over here, so they can't hear you if you walk over there.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what's down there anyway? What's the apartment? Give us the grand tour.
Okay, so if you go through there, that door goes to the... Are you gonna rob my apartment? Is that
No.
why you're doing this?
Yeah.
It goes to the stairs, and that
Okay.
goes into the bedroom.
Okay.
But you see what I'm saying about how this was probably at one time all open
okay.
space? Like, the floor plan is super weird.
Oh, so you do have a bedroom.
Yeah.
Don't just sleep on a futon, I get it.
Well, this is my bed.
Yeah.
I moved the bed in here because the windows are too small
Yeah.
to fit like a standard size air conditioner in.
Oh, yeah.
So since it's super hot, like, I couldn't sleep in there, really.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I was sleeping on a futon, but I finally moved the bed in here proper.
Yeah.
So this is the bed.
Okay.
Did that register?
Somewhere.
Yeah, that is nice ambiance. And I think it is being picked up. The fucking jackhammer in the background. But
I've heard it before.
on the podcast?
Yeah. I played this one on
Fucking,
the
I
podcast,
honestly do, like, when I'm listening to a podcast, I don't mind a little background noise. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, like, I turn the air conditioner off, because
Yeah,
the air
when it gets to
conditioner...
a point where it's too
going
obnoxious and you can't hear anyone.
Yeah.
That's when. But yeah, this is cool.
But it being... I don't subscribe to the notion that it needs to be, like, this
Silent.
perfect...
It can be that. Yeah,
You
that's
know.
cool if that's the way you want it to be.
It's come up very rarely in complaints about the podcast, basically. Very few people have been like, the audio is just... I mean, it could be better, and I know that, but, you know, I don't think it's the worst in the world. And I don't think it detracts that much from,
Yeah.
you know, people aren't here to... If we were making music... Well, I even like lo-fi recordings of music, honestly. But...
This bitch finally fucking shut up.
Which bitch? Wow. I have her name tattooed on me.
I know.
Is she pretty?
Somewhat.
She's
pretty, but she's
even if she wasn't
pretty
pretty,
crazy.
I would still... Sarah Lynn, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Sarah Lynn. Fucking...
Fucking Sarah.
You're gonna
Lynn.
find out it's your daughter, though.
Yeah, and she's like 20-something years older than me. It's like
See,
Dragon Ball Z, the whole situation with Trunks. He
I
comes
like-
back as from the future.
Alex Iovino, you have learned one of the few great lessons that are to be told.
What's that?
Fuck older women.
Yeah.
Go for older women. I have always tried to, well, when I was younger, I didn't realize. It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
all of these chicks in their 40s want to fuck. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But as a, you know, if you want to, like, set goals that you're going to accomplish and feel good about, fuck women in their 40s.
Well put, Dilly.
Cheers. To old bitches. So what do you think about how the podcast is going to be from now on?
I like it. Honestly, I like it. I want you guys to
Without
continue
Glenn?
doing it. Oh, so Glenn's not going to be around? It's just going to be you and John, or?
Glenn... So here's the deal with Glenn. I think that it was, like, very stressful for him to deal with the podcast full time.
I got you.
So he is always... Any episode he wants to be on, he can be on.
Yeah.
Obviously. You know, he's one half of the originating duo,
He's
and...
an OG.
Yeah. But it looks like the main cast from here on out is going to be... I'm trying with me and John Tyler. It's possible that I'll go with someone else ultimately, but I'm going to try to do the next few episodes or couple episodes with me and John Tyler.
Yeah.
You think we're going to lose the magic now that Glenn's gone, though?
I'm not saying necessarily. I do like having Glenn on. I liked it with both of you guys. It was entertaining.
Yeah, but which one of us was better, is what I need you to say on
It's not
recording.
really necessarily about better, it's just different opinions.
Who is the reason the podcast is good?
Both of you!
I know. I'm really... I miss Glenn.
No,
I
gotcha.
understand why, like...
And I hope, like, he's gonna be able to still support
I think he
it.
was just
Still
sick
listen to
of waking up after an episode came out and, like, people being mad at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'm kind
So
of...
what were they mad about,
okay
anyway?
to deal with that. I don't want to get into it all again.
Oh, I
with-
gotcha, yeah.
You know who,
Yeah.
and you saw how much tamping that fire took.
Speaking of which, did you hear any fire?
Do you want another beer?
I'll do one more. Did you get any backfire from Jeffrey Joseph yet?
Yes.
What do you say? I got it.
Well,
If you want to record it, you can always go ahead.
yeah, I'll bring it with us next time. With Jeffrey, okay, so remember episode 7
Yeah, where you talked to.
where we talked
You
about?
want another beer too? You can have it if you want.
I'll get one.
Okay.
Where we talked to the one where we talked about Jeffrey. You know what episode
where
I'm talking about?
like, yeah. I
Okay,
gotcha.
so after that one, that was we woke up and he had sent things to John, Glenn, and me. Or no, actually, I think he only sent stuff to me of the three of us.
Yeah.
But he was sending shit to anybody that we even vaguely mentioned in the episode. So that's what
I never got anything
that
from
thing
him.
was about. You were the only one that he knew you wouldn't care.
Yeah.
He knew that he couldn't start shit using you, so he didn't fucking try.
Yeah.
That, which you should take as a sign of utmost respect from the, like, the fact that he knew he couldn't get you into it.
Yep.
Fucking bravo, dude. Like, you should really feel good about yourself for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
but he tried to fucking get Ren riled up. He tried to get, you know, our friends riled up and all of that shit. And, you got a light?
Do I?
So yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
did
know.
hear from him. He blocked me. He, well, actually, I can say, he said that he was going to sue me for, I quote, deframing his character. I got, so yeah, I'm waiting for the papers to be served. He
Yep.
said he was going to sue me for, you know, defamation by saying he's a shitty comic and he creeps people out. Which, for defamation to work, you have to prove that what we're saying isn't true.
Yeah.
And you are a shitty comic and you do creep people out. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see that go to court if it does. I hope it does on some level. I would love to stand in court and be like, yeah, he's a creep. And see what comics I could get to come in, because you know comics would come in and give their testimony like, yeah, he sniffed my water. It was weird.
Brianna Tatiana, he dressed up as my boyfriend and wanted to fuck me.
Well, that was what was so interesting about that particular situation was I knew that he had bullshit with them before, which I tried to get him to explain to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a recording of it or not. I need to find it if I do.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Oh, I hope I have a recording of that. But I tried to ask him repeatedly, like, what was that about? I'm defaming his character.
What John Tyler
but
said,
it's okay for him to get up there and say, I fucked your girlfriend on stage, and that's not any kind of, you know, he's a fucking moron.
No, that's the thing about him, though, is, like, you can't have a normal conversation with him. It's always, like, something, maybe that could be a joke. And it's, like, it always, like, for some reason, anytime you're in a conversation with him, it just takes a fucking complete left turn. And it's caused by him.
Well, I've thought that, and he loves us talking about him right now, by the way. Like, partly, I kind of don't want to publish this, because he's just going to be like, it's just going to affirm his ego. Like, they're obsessed with me. But it's just because you're a fucking loser, dude.
You want some DMs?
Yeah. So, part of me really does go, like, is it some kind of fucking low rent Andy Kaufman thing? But it's that kind of stuff that makes me go, like, no. It's the fact that he is shitty behind the scenes and does stuff that's not a performance, but still where he is just a fucking dickhead and weirdo.
So what, this air conditioner shit the bed or something?
No, it just wasn't strong enough for, like, the apartment.
Oh, what do you want to do with it?
But we gotta stay on topic here.
Okay, well, another time. Anyway, yeah, Jeffrey Joseph. I know what you mean. I like him. Well, I met him before stand-up comedy, I should say. Before he was even in stand-up comedy.
Okay,
I
we have
him,
a scoop.
I met him in improv.
Tell me all about him in improv.
Just like how he is now, except he was actually there were a lot of times he was really good. When I said that he had when you guys said that I said he had a really good show, I've seen him have a really good show.
But it wasn't comedy.
Well,
or it wasn't stand-up.
It wasn't jokes, it was a performance. It was goofy and funny. Like, yeah, I'll give him credit for that. He was funny.
But it wasn't stand-up, it was improv.
It was improv. It was just like a show. It wasn't... I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't stand-up. I mean, yeah, he was on stage and people were laughing. I mean, it wouldn't work with every single type of showcase and venue, but... Yeah, it wasn't necessarily stand-up, but it was a good show.
Was it just him up there, or was he up there with other
him.
people?
It was just
okay,
him.
That's all I'm saying. If it was just him up there, it's fair enough to call it stand-up.
I've also seen him good up there with other people, too.
So, what do you... Is he doing an Andy Kaufman thing? What is...
I'm not sure. I think to be honest, I think he's trying to figure himself out.
I guess I'm just saying, is he more clever than we believe? Or is he as much of a fucking idiot as he appears to be?
I don't think he's a total idiot, and I don't think he's stupid, but I don't think he's like this evil mastermind that has this huge plan to like...
You don't think it's a big prank? You don't think his personality is a prank?
No.
You don't think he's trolling?
Not necessarily, but not like anything intentional where he's like spiteful and will do harm.
I'm not saying...
If that makes sense.
Well, he did threaten to sue me, which would be spiteful and would do harm.
Yeah.
But
I don't think
there hasn't been an update on that.
Something tells me he's not like the evil mastermind type.
So, when he...
I could be wrong.
I certainly don't think he's an evil mastermind, but I think he might think he is.
Yeah.
That's what he either thinks he is some kind of mastermind, or he's performing as some kind of mastermind, inept mastermind type dude.
Maybe if that's what he's trying
it's
to do.
It's either a performance or he really is trying to do that. And that's what I can't suss out.
Yeah. Honestly, it's 50-50 at that point.
You think that it's 50-50 for him?
I think he's just trying to figure himself out.
Because if it's not all a performance, then I kind of discount all of it, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I hear you.
You know, if you're genuinely getting really pissy about someone talking shit on a podcast, you don't later get to go like, ha ha, I've tricked you all. That was actually my character, Jeffrey Joseph.
No, I don't think
and also like the fact
that
he's bought Instagram and YouTube followers and
and like the
that
fact
doesn't make me think it's a performance.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like it's something he's really trying to do. It's just, I don't know. It would be a lot of layers for it to be a performance, and I'm not sure that... I mean, Andy Kaufman was barely capable of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of don't think that Jeffrey Joseph is that brilliant.
No, he's not. I don't think he is either.
He certainly thinks he is, though.
Yeah. I mean, one day he could be, sure.
That's all we said.
I will say, like what Steve DiNuccio said, I will always be in everyone's corner. If someone succeeds, I'm not going to try to take them down.
Well, I would love to be in his corner, but he has banned me from all things that he touches. And I'm also having problems with Marv right now, so
yeah.
I'm kind of like... I don't want to deal with any of you fucking all.
I gotcha.
I already thought, obviously, Ren is a fucking monster. Jeffrey's a fucking idiot, and now Marv is starting shit with me. Like,
Yeah.
why am I really gonna... Did I tell you what happened with Marv?
Yeah, you told me.
Fucking, yeah. What do you think about that? And if you don't want me to put this part on the podcast, I won't.
I mean, I think it was
But
shitty,
I genuinely
but
want
I
to
think
know.
eventually time will heal and it'll just be like what, how
I don't think that
Like, it's like how
me and him are gonna hold grudges against
no,
each other
it's
forever.
like how Steve
I think it's
Nuccio was
just,
with Jeffrey Joseph and Serenity Jones. You know that, like he said, I never banned anyone, and like he actually, well,
You don't
he
think
said-
Marvin's gonna ban me?
no.
Well, Jeffrey Joseph has
Marvin does
banned
that
me.
with a lot of people.
Should I go to the open mic next Monday and see if they kick me out? It would be a good proof of concept, at least, wouldn't it?
Possibly. Yeah. See why not?
Well, think about giving me a ride. Actually, next Monday I might have my license. No, I won't have my license. I'll have my permit. So, we'll...
And then you'll
But-
magically get a car as soon as you get your license.
I have enough
That's
money
what
to
they're
get a
doing
car.
Okay. Yeah.
But you're right. I'll have to figure all that stuff out. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you closer to Monday.
Yeah.
But would you... That would be worth giving the ride, just to see it.
Yeah.
Just to see what happens, right?
I'd say so.
If I show up and they're like, how dare you? You know? It's like the people
I feel like that
the
needed a-
people who get kicked out of everything, kicking someone out.
I feel like that how dare you needed to be more whitey pish posh. Like, how dare you?
But yeah, I don't know. Well, do you think Marv's on drugs though? Does he smoke crack
I don't think so.
or do
Not
coke?
necessarily.
Because that's what it seemed like. It seemed like he was on coke or on speed. Or
I think he
something.
was just in a pissed off mood and needed to vent and talk shit.
So he took it out on me? Well, no,
I'd say
but
so.
part of the thing was, I said to him, you seem like you're on drugs. And part of his response was, don't worry about what drugs I'm on. You're on drugs. Which is the type of thing you say when you're on drugs.
Yeah, it may sound like that, but I don't think that's the case.
He said verbatim, it would be, I'm not on any drugs compared to what you're on. So that means he is on drugs. I'm just trying to figure out what.
Well, I know he's
And I think it's cocaine or speed. Yeah, but
Something tells me that Marvin...
weed's not gonna make you fucking scream over somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
he's acting like a 14-year-old having an argument with his dad. But I was his dad somehow.
I don't think that was the case. He was just talking shit, but it's something that he does in a way. Like when he's in a pissed off mood, and I don't know what's going on with him right now. I mean, maybe he's just not happy at the place that he's at.
This was different.
How so?
I've been there with him when he's in a bad mood and bullshit and whatever. This was like weird. Like weird and hostile and like way over the top. I didn't fucking hit record because I was like, I just want to hang out with him. We were going to a party
Yeah.
that he didn't even end up going to.
What party was that again?
Well, it didn't end up being much of a party. It was at Colin's house. We were celebrating his father-in-law's birthday.
Yeah.
I ended up just smoking weed with his father-in-law a little bit. And then I owe him $10. He gave me $10 to go get blunt wraps. And literally, I walked around the city for like 2 hours trying to find a place that was open. And by the time I finally got them, the blunt wraps are right there. But I was like, they're probably asleep. Like, I didn't want to fucking show up and like knock on the window at that point. So it's like, I'll just give Colin the $10 back when I see him, or what, you know what I mean? Pokey. You know Pokey? He's a good dude, but he's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marvin was supposed to come too. He picked me up, and I got in the car, and he starts it was about those fucking comedy cards.
Yeah.
And he was just really mad. Basically, he was just mad that I didn't want to pay $40 for something that I was told I was gonna do, like, you know, was gonna help me. Like, why am I supposed to pay for your project?
Yeah.
You know, I thought that my contribution was the photos, which they told me to submit my own photos finally. Because I think they were trying to cut the photographer out and say, well, your photos aren't very good, so we're taking I think it's a bad project.
Yeah.
You know, he wants me to pay the 40, and then when I was like, not only am I not going to pay it, I kind of was like, it's laughable, you know? That was what really pissed him off. And he started screaming at, like, what? You're making a fucking card that's based on me, but I need to pay you $40 for what exactly? So that I can get my own card? I get some random, like, their whole business thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's not at all how it was originally presented. It's just stupid. And I'm like, it's stupid, and I'm not gonna pay $40. And it pissed him off that I wasn't gonna pay the money. But what really pissed him off was that I was like, it's stupid. And he sent me dude, he's fucking... So I said, because he was saying fucking, well, you don't respect, he had just yelled at me for 10 minutes. And then he said fucking something about respect. I said, respect goes both ways, dude. Period. I was invited over there, and I haven't heard different, so I'm coming. I don't know what the hell that was just now. Honestly, it kind of seems like you're on drugs, but either way, I'm not going to have a big hoopla with you, so don't start it. Meaning, don't start shit with me, because I thought he was going to be at the party. Don't make a big scene with me at the party. Alright, and I said, quite frankly, I'm pretty disappointed. He says, you can be disappointed all you want, because I am with you. I don't do anything close to the drugs you do, so fuck you. You came out if your mouth wrong, and you, just a you, did not want to hear it. I said literally 3 sentences when I was in the car with him, which was, I don't want to do this card thing. I did not want to hear it. This dude is busting his ass and stressing out how to pull this off for us, and you want to talk shit because you don't want to pay $40 like someone is going to get rich off you. I mean, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's pretty silly. Regardless, we both love Marv.
Yeah.
And I know that you have, like, a thing with it. Like,
yeah.
He's your dude. And honestly, like, I kind of thought this is why I was disappointed, is I thought that he was, you know, like, we were getting to be friends like that. And then fucking, you know, I don't like being screamed at.
No, I feel
especially when I'm just saying, like, no, I'm not going to pay money for something that I don't want or care about. You know?
Yeah. So
And he's telling me about how he's a salesman and I don't know shit about shit and fucking... And, I mean, you heard it right there.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And I really am disappointed. I thought that he was cooler than that.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. As you know him better than I do. So, does that surprise you to hear him act like that?
Not really.
You think am I overreacting? Or like... I'm sure that it won't be a big thing. I'm sure he's going to forget about it and I'll forget whatever. But I just don't understand what would make him act like that and expect me to like respect him.
If you want my opinion, I think it was just the heat of the moment. Maybe he was pissed off by something else, and I think eventually both of you guys would just let it go.
Well, that's what I think is going to... Look, if it was any... I'm only because I care about him and want to be friends with him am I giving this any thought. If it was somebody that I was ready to just like cut out of my life, I'd say, all right, you're a fucking dickhead, fuck you, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what's going on with him that he's acting this way? Yeah. Towards me, who I never fucking... What did I ever do to Marv, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Not to mention, fucking, between you and me, and recorder's still running, so this exists, but I probably won't put it in a pot. Marv has been telling me to cut Glenn out for fucking months.
Yeah.
From like the first time that we had problems over the podcast. He's been like, well, listen, dude, somebody causes problems in your life, they're probably just going to keep on causing problems, right?
In a way.
I do have other audio of me. I haven't made it into an episode because I didn't know like what the point would be of him screaming at me another time on the phone.
Oh, shit. What, Marvin or Glenn?
Marvin.
Oh.
As with everything, I feel like I represent something to people.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel, and it's different things to different people, but there's something about me where whatever it is that people like, whatever it is that makes people insecure or whatever, something about me makes them project that onto me. And that's what it feels like. Maybe I'm totally crazy, dude.
Maybe. You do. I like this place.
You don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, I feel you. I think you're overreacting. You should just let it go.
Well,
I mean, I shouldn't say overreacting. I think you're overthinking.
I am letting it go, and it's not like I'm fucking laying up at night over this.
Yeah.
I'm just asking what your thoughts are, generally. I can turn the recorder off if you could give me your thoughts easier.
I mean, yeah, it's... You guys got beef at the moment, but I think eventually it'll pass and just...
I don't even know that we have beef.
Let it go. Okay.
It's more...
It was an argument. It was like,
But it wasn't even an argument. It was just a weird eruption. Maybe I just don't understand what arguments are.
I know. I mean, maybe Mark was pissed off about something else. I just gotta go grab a tissue.
Word. Right above the sink. There's paper towels. I'm sorry to have barraged you with such pain in the ass questions. So
What time is it?
it is
Getting there.
11:52. So did you grow up with both parents?
For till I was 9. That was just my mom.
Where'd your dad go?
Back to my grandma's for a minute, and then he went to the. He had an apartment complex, and there was an open unit, so we moved there.
Nearby still?
Huh?
Nearby still, or did he move away?
He moved. He's still around. He lives in Coventry.
So you grew up with both of them in your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
You were just passed off between the
I
two, or
was mostly with my mom, but my dad was always around.
did he like have you on weekends, or?
Yeah, weekends and shit, and then I'd, now that I'm older, I just drive over whenever I can. Have dinner with him a couple times a week. I don't, like, really stay over there. I'll, like, go over there and, like, shower and shit, but...
Now?
Yeah.
You go over and shower?
Okay, yeah.
Word. Did either of them ever date or remarry?
My dad remarried.
Do you like your stepmother?
They divorced.
Oh.
So that would be a no.
Do you like your parents?
Yeah, I love my parents.
Which one do you like better?
I don't really have a favorite.
Do either of your parents smoke weed?
My mom will smoke weed with me.
Insert joke about something happening to Alex while he was in the womb. Are those your favorite? Fucking. Alex is very, very tall. So people love to, including myself, Agent Orange, fucking
Yeah.
incest, whatever makes a... You know what's interesting is you do that when someone's really tall, but if someone was really short, I feel like nobody would be like, oh, that's because his parents are cousins.
Yeah.
But that's probably more true. But yeah, Alex has a incredible incredible career ahead of him in bit parts in horror movies, or really whatever. You have a very unique look, as you're aware.
Thank you.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Or is that annoying?
No, not at all.
It seems like you're really good at, like, having that shit
Creeping
roll off
people
of
out.
you.
Yeah.
No, that's why I've always thought you were such a good roaster, is because I'm like, people have probably been telling Alex that he was weird looking his whole life.
Yeah.
So, like, what could you really say to him that would sting? But, yeah. When did you first become aware that you were weird looking?
Pretty much been my whole life.
There wasn't, like, a moment?
It wasn't like a moment in there it started sort of thing, no.
Your fucking album needs to have pictures of you as, like, a baby. Like, that should be the cover of your album. It's like, I hope that I'm not being a dick.
No.
I love you, and I respect you, and all of that.
Yeah.
And I consider you a person, but obviously you know that you are strange looking to some extent. But I think that you should embrace it. I feel like when I say that, I see like pain in your eyes, but
No, I'm just getting tired. I'm also trying to figure out what the hell is going on out here.
think of fucking Michael Berryman or that guy that was in Big Fish. What's going on where?
Out here, I see sparks flying. It's almost like someone's lighting off a firework or like welding or something.
Through the window?
Yeah.
It could be related to the construction or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it
Here it
could
comes.
also...
Here it is. Check it out. Come over here. Let's see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's construction.
Yeah. It's just cool to look at when you're high as fuck.
It's weird that I wonder what it is that it doesn't make any noise.
I think it maybe make noise, but it's not like that loud. If you're up against near it, yeah, you'll hear like a sound like a torch or something, but
That's right. It's probably like an acetylene torch or something, right?
yeah, it's like probably like a welder or something. Maybe even a robotic welder. Or just something drilling a hole out, like cutting a hole out. A machine or someone.
Who's your... I'm just trying to get some, like, framework for when I have you in again for the podcast.
Yeah.
So that I have something to work off of.
Yeah.
But, you okay, big guy? You look sad.
I'm not, no.
Okay.
What are you gonna ask me?
I was gonna ask, who was your first girlfriend, or your first crush, or what? First girl of significance in your life?
I would say successfully probably this girl Alicia about 5-6 years ago.
You're the same age as me, right? 27?
Yeah. I just turned 28.
Word, okay. I'm about to turn 28, so
Yeah.
we're almost as that. So, this girl, what was her name?
Alicia.
Where'd you meet her?
We worked. I wouldn't say. She worked at this place where her boss gets his car serviced. So she eventually got her car serviced, and that's how it started.
You worked there?
Yeah, at the place to get her car fixed.
Did you know, when you met her, did you know you were into her?
Not at first.
No?
Where did you meet your first girlfriend, Dilly? Who was she? What was her name?
Again, my first crush and my first girlfriend are different. And my first crush was Caroline Chenard, who was this real little pale blonde girl. And I was like goth. So I think in my mind, I was like, that's the perfect goth girlfriend. Like, she's so pale. I think she was like French Canadian.
Okay.
So I had a crush on her. Caroline Chenard, if you're listening, I'd still like a chance. If you want to get together, maybe. Then I had a brief thing with this girl Bethany, but nothing happened or anything in 7th grade. And then I dated this girl named Cecily, who was Chinese, and she was half Chinese, for 51 weeks, 1 week short of a year, through 8th grade, and that was like my first girlfriend.
Okay.
And that's a whole podcast in itself, the Cecily years. I've thought about writing a book.
You should.
Would you read the book about my life, Alex?
I would.
Do you think it would be interesting?
It would.
Fucking,
as long as it's written correctly. Written good.
I think I'm a pretty adequate writer. But I'm like, my life is probably not that much more interesting than the average one. But then sometimes I'm like, it might be.
It has certain points.
But yeah, Cecily Finca.
Nice.
Who is now, I'm not sure what gender, like agender. And I think her name's like Obsidian or something. But, yeah, she was Chinese. What race was Alicia?
White.
What kind of white?
Irish. Pale white.
And you guys dated or just fucked?
About 6 weeks.
How'd it end?
She was looking for something a little bit more, and I was just first girlfriend with a kid who caught us in the act.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of awkward. Not gonna lie.
Tell me more about how that happened.
She was on top of me. All of a sudden, knock knock. The door opens. The kid was asleep. Turns out it's not. She wasn't asleep. Couldn't sleep. Got right into bed with my pants still down to my ankles.
You didn't fuck the kid, did you?
Should I have?
I mean, if you're already there.
I didn't know.
Fucking. And that's how you broke up?
No. It was just a whole lot of things. A lot of just complaining about her life and wasn't really
having
feeling
a
it.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's 90% of having a girlfriend is listening to her
It
complain.
is.
What?
That
How I
makes
just
sense. Like you never hear a guy like, oh my god, I love my new girlfriend. She never complains.
No, that's part of what's nice about having a girlfriend is you get to feel like an adult because you're like, oh, I listened to this bitch complain and I don't even hit her, you know?
Yeah.
Word. How's it been since Alicia? Did you lose your virginity to Alicia?
Yeah.
How's it been since then?
It's been okay now.
Yeah, what's going on now? I like the way you said that.
A few things.
A few things?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
I'm definitely wiser.
You sticking it to that 40-year-old or what?
I just want to be a fuckboy.
Yeah. Being a fuckboy is fun.
Get some numbers.
I was really good at it when I was addicted to opioids.
Yeah.
Because I would find chicks that had recently had cancer, and they were just looking like for anything to grab onto because they had just stared into the void so much.
Yep.
And so I'd fuck them, and then they would give me Dilaudid and stuff.
Shit.
I should write a book, huh?
Yeah. Why not?
Would you ever write a book about your life?
I thought about making a TV show about my job, but I don't know. I feel like writing a book about your life would just be like too stingy. Like a lot of people are gonna try to do it. I think in order to write a book about your life, you have to have something that's very, very, very interesting. Some more than others, and some people just aren't there yet.
You think that... Would you like to live a life that you could someday write a book about?
Yeah, I would.
What would that life include?
Fucking
You feel
bitches
free
and
to
dudes and wild
elaborate
shit.
more on these answers also.
I want to go to space. I want to write about that.
Tell me about going to space. Why do you want to go to space?
Is the Earth flat or isn't it?
You think that it might be flat?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it is illegal to go to Antarctica. I have learned that these guys brought up a good point, but I just want to go into space, snap a picture, and be like, bam!
Why is it illegal to go to Antarctica? I've never heard that.
It is, well, apparently if you are caught in Antarctica, you will get arrested. I don't know what jurisdiction, but you will.
Isn't Antarctica is probably carved up into different territories, though, isn't it?
Not necessarily. It's animal territories.
You want to go start a micronation in Antarctica?
Sure.
It's probably gonna fucking melt soon anyway. We should get a head start on it.
Yeah,
like Bitcoin.
Well, right now it's probably freezing.
That's what we should call our new nation, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Well, is comedy your favorite thing to do?
It is, but it has been lately.
Or not?
Just depressive stages.
What does that? How does that manifest for you?
Not well.
What do you do when you're depressed?
Go to sleep. I masturbate, get stoned, and just lay there.
Have you ever tried heroin?
No. Should I?
I mean, no. No, don't try heroin. It's the best. It's so good. I miss heroin so much, dude. Every day of my life, I miss heroin. Every single day. I go, God, I would love to do some fucking heroin right now.
Shoot it up.
What
was the biggest
15
dosage?
times a day.
What was the biggest dosage you ever
Man, if only I could shoot some dope right now, this would be perfect.
What was the biggest dosage that you ever did?
Well, with heroin, you don't know because it's a powder and the dealer's not going to tell you. So, it's difficult to say. I used to shoot these things called blues, which were supposedly but they were supposedly 30 milligrams of Percocet, and they were fentanyl. So I don't know. They were probably like 0.005. They're 0.5 micrograms of fentanyl or whatever.
Like how many cc's?
Fentanyl is enormously potent by weight.
Yeah.
So the biggest dose, I don't know. I've taken doses where I've passed out cold on the floor before, but I've also never had a true overdose, fucking, Jinx, you owe me
What-
soda. I don't knock
What
on wood.
classifies a true
I don't
overdose
want to have
from,
a true. One where you die,
Okay.
and
That's the only thing
Narcan can bring you back, but I've never died. My
Okay.
heart's never stopped. I've never that I know of.
You've never had to
It's
take
possible
Narcan?
that it has happened, and I was just lucky enough. But, well, not for my heart to stop. I don't think.
Yeah.
But what usually happens, so how people die when they're on opiates, is you literally just stop breathing.
You stop breathing, and your atoms, like, they have this thing where it's, like, going down to, like,
Are you trying to tell me about opiate shit right now?
No, I was just telling you something I
Okay,
heard.
I'm sorry.
Well, like, when an overdose happens, it's like you were looking at the atoms in your body, not necessarily the cells, the atoms, when they're going around, like the neutrons, just going around, and then they stop, and then when they stop, they just disappear. And that's when,
I think what you're talking about is like oxygen molecules
yeah.
dissipating within lungs that are not taking in air.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens.
Overdosing, like, I've never experienced it.
That's why people
obviously.
turn blue.
Yeah.
Um,
How blue do they turn? Like,
I've seen a couple of people overdose, and really blue. If you've ever seen the movie Drugstore Cowboy,
I'm not. Like, as blue as that box right there?
Heather Graham turns blue in that. But there's multiple reasons for that. If someone's been dead a while and they're blue, if you turn them over, the whole bottom of them will be like black. Because that's from all the blood leaving their body and pooling where it can. Like pooling in the, whatever part of their body. That's why Gigi Allen, when they find he died like face down on a couch, and they turned him over and his face was just like purple and full of blood. And that's because you overdose and all of the. It's kind of a noisy candy, but go ahead. Just open it quick. But yeah, Gigi Allen died, and all the blood went to his face, and that's why he's so fucked up in that video where they're parading his dead body around and shit.
Yeah.
That's what a heroin overdose, like 24 hours to 48 hours afterwards, looks like. If someone's having a heroin overdose, like at the moment, you see like they look almost like purple.
Yeah.
They're basically choking. So you see like, I want to say it's called hypoxia. You see like skin level veins standing out that are starved for oxygen, and yeah, they just look like purple and blotchy and fucked up. And then if someone's really
Like,
overdosed,
Yeah.
they like, I don't know, like Heather Graham and Drugstore Cowboy you couldn't take out from Narcan, but I've seen people that looked like her get hit with Narcan before.
Like vomit, like eyes rolling in the back of their head, shit like
No,
that.
she's just really blue and still, and like the motherfuckers die. You'll die with your eyes open. But that happens in a couple of cases. That's when you're really jacked up with downers or just a lot of dope before or whatever, and you take a hit, and that hit makes you basically okay, so here's the thing. I have had, why I say I've never had like a true overdose. I've had times where I was texting people and being like, if I don't text you in half an hour, call the ambulance. Because I was forcing myself to stay awake and forcing myself to breathe. You have to like almost like manually breathe. Your body stops doing it. So if you can stay awake and just force your body to breathe, because that's what happens as you go out, you nod.
Yep.
And your lungs stop working. Like it slows your system down to where your lungs just are not taking in fresh oxygen anymore.
It's not anything you can really compare it to.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's not the way any other overdose happens.
Like, what would another overdose be like? What if you overdose on meth? I feel like that'd be
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like meth would be a lot more messy, no?
If you would have overdosed on methadone, or not methadone, but on crystal meth, I've never seen that, but I believe you would like have convulsions, heart palpitations. It's like your body's like overloaded. It's almost the opposite. If you're dying from opiates, your body shuts down.
Yeah.
Literally. It's literally like your body is just, your brain is sending a signal to your body like it's not necessary to take in air, you know, and just slow, you know, and that you turn blue from the lack of oxygen. But you can also turn blue from all your blood pooling in your fucking extremities. Don't do smack, kids. Not that you can find clean smack these days anyway. It's all fentanyl. And that's, my first run on dope, when I was like 19 to 21, 22, there was still some actual heroin around. And I used to shoot, and I shot that. And then I got back into it when I was like 25, 26, something around there.
Have you ever
I think right around the time. No, I was 24 actually. I was 24.
When
I got back into it, and it was all fentanyl. So that within like 2-3 years, everything had switched over to fentanyl. Which maybe I'm dumb, and it was fentanyl back in the day, but people were still selling it as like, get some dope, you know? And then by the time it was, when I was, you know, getting back on it, it was straight up just like, well, we have some Fetty, you want it or not?
When I was in school, you know how they blocked all like the gamer websites, like all like the websites for games.
I have
and
no
shit?
idea. I went to hippie high school.
Well, there are a few sites that weren't blocked that that kids would eventually discover. Have you ever played the game Keep Me Alive?
No.
Well,
how's it go?
It's about this guy, I forget his fucking name, like Sam or something. You have this bar, right? And it slowly decreases over time. And if it decreases all the way, I guess it's like his will to live, you could say. And he would just grab a gun and blow his brains out.
So it's depression, the video game?
But
bipolar disorder.
But you can have him do stuff. You can have him watch TV. You can have him play guitar. You can have him eat something. You can have him fuck his girlfriend even, and it'll go up. But if you do too many things and it goes up too high, he gets all ramped up, and he'll just grab a hammer and just be like,
oh, so it is bipolar. It's bipolar disorder.
Pretty much.
Do you have bipolar disorder?
No. I have severe ADHD.
I have ADHD, but
like severe
have
ADHD.
bipolar disorder. I feel like bipolar disorder is the more significant one.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
Not that one is more significant than the other. I mean,
I could be a little bipolar.
Affects me more.
Yeah.
Although the ADHD also, I have horrible like executive processing.
Yeah. I had this really corny joke. What do you call a bear leaving their Arctic? Bipolar.
No, here's how you do it. So have you heard, with global warming, polar bears have started breeding with grizzly bears? Yeah, so you have a bear that can walk through the forest, but it eats meat. What do you call something like that? I call it bipolar. Womp womp. Same joke, just with much more annoying setup. You're right, that does suck. I'm sorry I even tried.
I know. Don't be sorry. Alright, well, I gotta get going.
Okay, I gotta publish this everywhere. I love you too, man. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna publish this.
Yeah.
I might cut pieces out of it, but